Greetings everyone, Samurai TX here. Normally I'd be my usual cheerful self for my intros, but today is a day that I'll be giving a special tribute to a very special individual. The voice of majority of people's childhood, the voice of Formula One, Murray Walker. It came as a surprise when yesterday evening when the news broke that he passed away at the age of 97. What we all saw in Murray wasn't just a commentator. He wasn't just another broadcaster, he was a fantastic human being. Having met him many times when I went to Silverstone, his humour was like no other. He welcomed me like no other individual would either. He would always have that brightest smile on his face as he always saw the fans coming to Silverstone, myself included. And, well, he always used to quote to me about saying how anything can happen in Formula One every time I went to Silverstone, and judging by the things we've seen in our years being a Formula One fan, safe to say, he was right. He was a man who touched our hearts dearly from Friday to Sunday on Grand Prix weekends, bringing the passion like no other when it came to any session. His voice will always be forever in our minds with his energetic go, go, go from lap 1 to the end of a race, or even his funny Murrayisms when races weren't that good. Most of us who do Formula One content on the channel have tried our very best to either imitate Murray one way or another with our own funny Murrayisms of our own. All I can say to him is thank you very much for gracing your voice in Formula One for as many years until your retirement in 2001. Godspeed, Murray. You will be missed. We will never forget your legacy that you left behind. Again, thank you, Murray.
Welcome to the Bahrain International Circuit. Any moment now, our drivers will take to the track and the Bahrain Grand Prix will begin. Formula One returns to the desert today on this exceptional 3.36 mile circuit. 15 corners provide plenty of overtaking opportunities. It could be a strategic race, this one, with Sakhir notorious for eating up the rear tyres. Watch out for drivers managing their rubber at some point during the Grand Prix. And as always, a man with plenty of racing experience joins me in the commentary box. Today it's Anthony Davidson. Tell me, Ant, you're no stranger to surviving the melee of turn 1. So how do you keep out of trouble when there's so much going on around you?
There are three main things to worry about there, Crofty. Positioning, awareness and discipline. First, you have to put your car in a bit of space and make sure you have room to react to what the others are doing. Then you have to watch your mirrors and listen to the sounds around you to get a sense of where everyone is. And finally, just don't get too greedy. Just because a gap exists doesn't always mean you should go for it.
With the race minutes away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Sebastian Vettel will start on pole. Fantastic qualifying from the multiple world champion. And it's Charles Leclerc in P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Albon, Valtteri Bottas, and Verstappen, Sainz, Norris, Grosjean, and Sergio Perez, Stroll, Ocon, Daniel Ricciardo, and Magnussen, Russell, Kvyat, Kimi Raikkonen, and Antonio Giovinazzi, Gasly, and Nicholas Latifi. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today?
P7? Wow, we start P7. But you know what's weird? The Ferraris are first and second, but you know what, playing this game in my time, the Ferrari engine is well overpowered, so yeah, they really didn't rectify it. They screwed the pooch there. Because no way should they be first and second. 5 laps go out, and it's go, go, go! What a start by us, because we are ready to go away from everybody, which is Verstappen, Bottas. We've passed them, and now we've passed the Mercedes and Albon, and we've gone up on the inside of Charles Leclerc. He's squeezing us, but we've got past him into P2. What a start. We got a warning for a collision with Leclerc. Can't make any promises, really, because I haven't played this in like 3-4 months, so I am a bit rusty, so don't expect any great driving there. I think the start is normally my peak whenever I end up, you know, racing. But yeah, we're going to try and chase down Sebastian Vettel. But I can't make any easy promises because the Ferrari engine is so strong in this game when it really shouldn't have, considering Ferrari were absolutely dreadful in 2020. They finished P6 in the Constructors. That alone tells you it was their worst season in 40 years. And that was the days when Jody Scheckter was world champion in 1979, defending his title when he only got 2 points. So that will always go down as the worst defense of a championship ever, Jody Scheckter. Well, they did make a list, but that is if I was to make my list of worst defending world champions, Jody Scheckter would actually take top spot just because he only amassed 2 points. The 1980 season was a forgettable one for Ferrari, but the 2020 season was even more forgettable. No wins, 3 podiums, and 6th place in the Constructors. And they completely struggled. Haas struggled too, and so did Alfa Romeo. That Ferrari powered engine was terrible, if we could call it that. Plus, if we could also, normally if I do know if I was to swear, I would say that Ferrari was a box. Like the way Niki Lauda said it in Rush, or he said it in reality, because it was in 2020. Last year the Ferrari was terrible, but by the time this video goes up, testing should be done, and I would expect Ferrari to at least do 400 plus laps to make up on lost time. Mattia Binotto did say that the engine has improved from last year. It better have. Because if it hasn't, you're facing the sack. But yeah, enough ranting from me. We still can't catch up to Sebastian Vettel. We are still 1.2 seconds behind him. Like I said, you're not going to get anything amazing here because I've not played this game in 4 months. So yeah, this is going to be a bit of a struggle. But is Formula 1 content back on my channel? You can say it is actually. Am I going to get back to playing Formula 1 2003? Yes, I will. I know I haven't played it since probably last summer. That's because I had a lot of projects and a lot of things to do. So I kind of put down the back burner. So yeah. I think for now I will get back to Formula 1 2003 so that I can work my way up. I'll probably do all the Formula 1 games eventually so that you can see from this game to the previous games. If whatever Formula 1 game I own, I will try and do like 2000 as well. But yeah, that is definitely one of the things I plan on doing, is try and produce more F1 content. Will you get like a completely pro playthrough? No, I'm sorry. I will try my best to dedicate myself a bit more to the Formula 1 games instead of like going into like a small break after that, because I tend to lose my skill, especially because I'm using the controller. Everyone uses steering wheels for this game. I use a controller, so yeah, I really got to be consistent in the way I keep my schedule with F1 games, because I do enjoy these a lot. But the problem is I get backlogged so much on Let's Plays and games in general that I buy so that I can play them. So F1 continues to be on the back burner. So yeah, I do apologize for that. But yeah, a lot of things will be back in terms of F1 and whatnot. Hopefully I'll be able to make it consistent and do practice and whatnot. I just jumped straight into Grand Prix weekend when I did this. See, normally I should commentate this, but I'm not going to commentate. I only commentated the start because I wanted to make an update as well to an extent. But yeah, enough of me ranting about Formula 1 updates. Let's try and catch Sebastian Vettel. And I don't think we're going to do it because the Ferrari's too strong. And we got a Renault. I forgot this is McLaren's last season with the Renault engine. And the Renault engine is actually, I think is it the worst? No, it's the, I think it's worse than Honda actually. The Mercedes is the second best engine. And then the third I think is, from memory, Renault. Unless they patched it and made Honda better than Renault, which I would understand. But, I'm pretty sure Renault has better engine. Oh! There was a flying, there's debris. I think it came off Lewis Hamilton. Oh, we've done an illegal overtake on Alex Albon. Let's give the position back and then let's go fight for it. We've lost the podium in the space of one turn. Lewis Hamilton lost his front wing, well, some parts of it. So I'm expecting him to pit because he hit the back of me. So if anything, I think Hamilton was the one that got the he's been impeded. He's been the one with the warning instead of me. I'll get a warning for hitting the back of Albon, but this has been a disastrous fourth lap for us as we finally do the dive bomb past both Bottas and Max Verstappen. And now we're going to... Lewis Hamilton is diving in the pits. Yeah, he did take damage from making contact with us, so we're on the final lap and we're going to try and face Alex Albon. We do have DRS for the first time, so here we are. We're going to try and be ambitious. Too ambitious, in fact, that we didn't make it stick. But we're going to get DRS again, and we are going to try to make an attempt on Alex Albon here. Is it just a battle of a drag, and we got past him? We broke later than Alex, and we got past him. We're back in P2. No, we're in P3. Now we're in P2. And we are waving our hands in quite a dangerous position. We really shouldn't be doing that, but we've made the move stick, finally. And we've got P2 back. Sebastian Vettel has officially gone 7 seconds ahead now. And surely he's not going to bottle this lead. I doubt it. Unless his engine blows. And we've outbraked ourselves here, and we've lost No, we haven't. We've got it back. Goodness gracious. We're going to end up having a fight for second place because of the fact that we got a damaged front wing. So we're at a disadvantage, but we should be fine. Okay, maybe not, considering we just made a complete error and made a mess of it. But this has been a messy last 2 laps. As I said, I am very rusty in this game, so my rust pretty much showed in the last lap and this lap, but I did show some fight, and I'm glad I did. Alright, so we are ready to make the final corner. Sebastian Vettel has just won the race, which completely is absolute nonsense, considering his best place was 3rd and Ferrari were dreadful, but we're going to cross the line for 2nd place. I'm happy with that. Cheers. We got driver of the day. Let's see, because they do that in this game. Yay! We made up 5 places and stayed in 2nd, so yeah.
Ferrari have really pulled it out of the bag today. It's a great win. And talk to me. What do you think it was that sealed the win for them?
I feel like consistency was probably the key today. There's being quick, and then there's being quick lap after lap after lap. If you can do that, you can capitalise on other people's errors without making many of your own. And that's an approach that can push you a long way up the field.
Was that Areva? I think Areva was in the Ferrari pit lane.
Looking at the podium, you can see that red suit familiar to fans across the globe. A world-class win for a world-class team. Ferrari do it again.
And now it's time for the champagne! Wait, is that Areva on the podium? I don't think it is. Areva's everywhere, man. I know they got some of the YouTubers on here. Tietmet Marduk, Matt Gallagher, Areva. They've added a lot of people in this game that have been popular to the YouTube scene, F1 YouTube scene. See, as you can see, I told you I haven't played this game much. I'm going up to level 2. Told you I haven't played it as much, which is kind of disappointing. But yeah, I'll come back to this eventually.
So, Anthony Davidson, who would you rank as your driver of the day?
Carlos Sainz certainly wasn't someone to scoff about. His ability to follow race strategies throughout with pinpoint precision has to be commended.
Well, Ants, an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
See ya. Look at that, 99999. Might as well say I was 10 seconds behind. As you can see, my lap time is terrible, and the AI's lap time is 1 minute 33, so you could tell I wasn't playing on the highest difficulty, so I'm very rusty. I was playing on hard mode, so let me see, I was doing 71%, because I thought that would be enough for me. But yeah, I will be back into doing F1 content. Just don't rush me into doing it, because that will definitely demotivate me and whatnot. But yeah, I'm kind of happy with the way I drove, apart from lap 4. Lap 4 was easily my sloppiest, because good God, I dropped a few positions, but the way I fought back, I had no choice really. So yeah, I think it was fun. I think it was a good race relatively for me per se, but I'm very rusty, and I know I'm gonna have to do all I can to try and get everything back from each track, because Bahrain is the one I know best, so that's why I chose Bahrain. Ironically, that's where the testing was done, because I'm glad they did it in somewhere that wasn't Spain, because every time they pick Spain, it's boring, you know, the race ends up being boring. Hopefully Spain will produce something better, but don't count on it, Samurai. But yeah, I thank you guys for watching this video, and I thank you guys for listening, and I'm glad that I was able to produce F1 commentary once again. I know it was more of a talking update for most of it until laps 4 and 5, but yeah, it's not going to be like that all the time. But thank you guys for watching. If you like what you saw, don't forget to hit the like button, share with your friends, and subscribe. Until next time, guys, have a lovely Sunday. Goodbye.